Hello, Elm Creek. I hope you've had a wonderful week. And the parts that weren't wonderful, I hope you've been able to get through, and that you're facing the next week with optimism. What a great chance it is to worship the Lord on Sunday and to feel the Spirit that He blesses us with as we kind of recharge and restart. And I hope you're able to do that today. The world is slowly moving along in different and unique ways. Professional sports are starting to be played to empty stadiums again. The state's announcing plans this week for how schooling's going to look in the fall for the kids. I know we have several teachers here in the ward that do that wonderful service, and I don't know what they're going to announce, but either way, I'm confident it's going to be a significant amount of work for you. So we appreciate what you do there. Those members of our ward who continue to serve in the healthcare industry, I know that it continues to be tough and that you're doing a lot, and so we appreciate what you're doing there. And on top of all that, I look out here and I just see a beautifully green, well-watered earth that is a result of some super weird weather. But either way, it's a beautiful earth, and I hope you're finding some ways to enjoy it this beautiful summertime when all the world is green. A couple quick thoughts as I just share. I won't go 17 minutes like last time. I don't have a talk or thoughts there to share. But I do just want to clarify and just make sure it's really clear on returning to church that the goal really is there to be this place where you can come and worship as you see fit. There are obviously regulations that make it different, and it was a little different last week, and I've pondered on that quite a bit. We don't have any amazing solutions to change that, but the Spirit was there the last time, and when we meet again on August 9th, for those who would like to come, the Spirit will be there as well. But I just want to be really clear that the Lord has commanded us to worship Him, and that doesn't have to be done there on August 9th in that building. But I do hope that wherever you're at, you're worshiping Him. But I don't want there to be this immense pressure that if I'm not back in the church, that something's wrong. You need to make what decisions are right for you and your family. But whatever those decisions are that you make, I hope that you're worshiping the Lord on the Sabbath and getting the blessings that are associated with that. I think I said that in the email, but I would just reiterate it. The other thing I would share is just I don't know if it's an optimistic outlook on life for the week or something like that, but I had the chance to go golfing yesterday, and I'm not a great golfer. For anybody who's golfed with me, who knows, but I love it. It's fun, and every now and then you get just the most amazing kind of fun shot that makes your day, and that happened yesterday. I was teeing off on a hole, and I hit it towards the pin, I thought, but then the ball went that way at a really quite a quick speed straight to the pond that was there on the golf course. And I thought, oh no. And then right as it hit the edge of the pond, something totally unexpected happened, and I heard it, and the ball bounced back into the middle of the fairway, about 20 yards into the fairway. And I just thought, what in the world are the chances? So I had to go along and just kind of check the edge of that water there. And sure enough, there were 3 rocks across like maybe 60 feet of water. There were just 3 potential rocks that could have been hit. And I happened to hit one of those rocks, and it happened to hit the side that sent it to the grass instead of it back into the water. And it landed fine. And somehow I was able to go from like this feeling of complete doom to this feeling of like, oh, okay, we've got this. And then as it sat there right in the middle of the fairway, I hit a terrible shot that didn't really take much advantage of the new position I'd been given. And there's not a massive object lesson there other than to say, I'm sure you've experienced this, but I sure have in my life had moments where I felt like things were going right to the water. And then for whatever reason, things never quite ended up quite as bad as I thought they were going to be. And things continued on, and sometimes when life's plenty easy, I still mess up, and that's fine. But anyways, I just share that if it's of any use to anybody who's struggling with anything right now. I just share that as just remember that, it generally bounces back into the grass. It's a weird thing that happens, but in life, for whatever reason, it's not all doom and gloom. We usually get to pick up a ball and keep moving on. So the last thing I would share, just because it's in Come Follow Me this last week, And it just brought back all kinds of memories. I remember reading the Book of Mormon for the first time when I was 17, and I came across Alma chapter 38 as Alma speaking to his son and giving him counsel. And he speaks to Helaman for 2 chapters, and he speaks to, I think it's Shiblon, for 1 chapter, and it's a short one. And yet that's the one that stands out to me more than anything else that he mentions to his sons. And it was when I was 17, the thought came to my mind, and it was, I want the Lord to be able to say this about me at any moment of my life. And here's the 2 verses that come across, and it says, "And now, my son, I trust that I shall have great joy in you because of your steadiness and your faithfulness unto God. For as you have commenced in your youth to look to the Lord your God, even so I hope that you will continue in keeping his commandments, for blessed is he that endureth to the end. I say unto you, my son, I have had great joy in thee already, because of thy faithfulness and thy diligence and thy patience and thy long suffering." Those 2 verses, it just made me feel young again when I read them, and it just reminded me, like, I would hope that the Lord would see me and say, I have had great joy in thee already, and I trust that I shall have great joy in you. And that all comes down to this steadiness and this faithfulness and this diligence. Brothers and sisters, I hope he would say the same thing about all of us. If there are things in your life that keep you from feeling like you could potentially say that, go to him for help. He's there. Get help from friends. Reach out to me if that's needed. But I want all of us to have that feeling like if the Lord talked to me, he would say, I've had great joy in thee already. And I believe I'll have great joy in thee in the future because of thy faithfulness and steadiness. And that's very different than you're super perfect. I don't think he would ever say that in this life to any of us. But I do think he has great joy as we strive to live righteously. And so I hope you know that. I hope you're bringing him joy as you live righteously. And I share that and hope you have a wonderful week, and can't wait to chat again. It feels strangely like I can kind of connect this way, and so I hope it's useful to some of you out there as well. Thanks.